Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from AOL Black Voices. Thank you for checking us out. I'm also at yourblackworld.com. One of the things that I believe in strongly, which you may know if you've seen anything that I've done before, is the importance of economic empowerment for all of us in terms of not just what we teach ourselves, but also in terms of what we teach our children. And as I always say, don't go out and just teach your kids how to get a job, teach them how to create a job. So the person that I brought in to talk about this is my brother, Zach Rinkins. You run a blog. The blog is itspayday.blog.com.
Yes.
ITSPAYDAY blog.com.
Yes.
And you do a lot of really interesting interviews on your site with, you've mentioned people like Russell Simmons and Tavis Smiley and others, and myself as well. I've been a guest on your blog as well. And you talk a lot about economic issues and economic empowerment. Tell us more about that blog and the work that you do.
Well, basically, the It's Payday blog is a blog and terrestrial radio show that appears on 90.5 in Tallahassee, Florida. And it's a weekly vignette, and we just seek to empower people economically. We're committed to helping people save, grow, and get money. And so we try to provide information and produce content that helps people build wealth, but also attack issues as far as professionally, personally, and other things that contribute to building wealth.
You seem pretty young. So you're either a young man or you're an old man who looks really young. Either way, you're lucky. So how old are you?
I'm 28 years old, actually.
28. Okay,
yes,
okay. That is young. That is young.
Okay.
It's old enough to have some experience, but young enough to have a lot of youthful energy and things like that. So, what are some of the things that you've seen in terms of some of the mistakes that young people might make when it comes to learning about money and managing money, especially in Black America?
Well, the reason I created this show primarily was because out of my curiosity and my desire to do more and do better economically. And one of the biggest mistakes I think that we tend to make is just that we don't have the information, and a lot of times we don't feel empowered to do it. You have to have a plan, you have to have a goal, and you have to set yourself up to achieve those goals and really, remember them, and give yourself incentives to do it. For instance, if you want to save $2,500 this year, I can't go out to the club, and you have to remind yourself, I'm not going out to the club because I have to save $2,500 this year, or I can't go on that road trip because I'm saving $2,500 this year. So it's very important to have a goal. And also, you have to have a cushion for when times get tight. You have to have a backup for when things act up, and they always do. There are studies that say the average American goes through 12 emergencies in a year. So most of the things that keep African Americans out of economic prosperity is that we can't deal with the emergencies that happen. We tend to fall in situations where we have to go to credit lenders, or we have to go to high interest credit cards, or we're just borrowing money at high interest rates that continue to keep us behind. So we can't get ahead because we can't deal with the emergencies.
I'd like to ask you, if you were talking to somebody who's watching this and saying, I like that idea. I like the idea of kind of going on my own, or finding ways to make more money, or getting ahead financially, or having more financial security. What are maybe 2 or 3 steps that you think a person could take to kind of get started down that path to financial prosperity and security?
I think the most important step you can make is to have the emergency fund. I think that's more important than anything, because when life's emergencies come, you need to have a cushion for the pushing. You have to have that.
So establish the emergency fund. I got
first.
You. Okay.
And then second, you want to control your debt. You want to get to a point, because a lot of times we may have debt that's just the interest rates are just unreasonable, and unfortunately, debt doubles quicker than investments. And then after you get a control of your debt, maybe to a point where it's half or a quarter of your annual income, you get to a place where you could start investing and taking advantage of investments like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and various things like that. And with so much technology out there, you have dollar cost averaging programs that allow you to buy stocks, bonds, and mutual funds for $50 to $75 a month. You can make small commitments that make a big difference. And also educate yourself. Subscribe to the Black Enterprise magazine. That's a beautiful magazine, my favorite magazine. Money Magazine. You can check out bvonmoney.com, itspayday.blog.com. and just get information to educate yourself on these various investments. So those are the things I would say.
Savings, debt, education.
Yep.
All right, let's get it started.
All right.
Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. It's wonderful having you.
Absolutely.
And it's the blog is itspayday.blog.com, and this is Zachary Rinkins, a young financial expert who's going to do some great things. And as you know, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm a finance professor, but I love to listen to experts like Zach.
The Force never stops. Never stops. We're always on YouTube at Zach Rinkins.